Hello, welcome to Academy Scrim. This is hosted by Rendezvous Valorant. The Academy Scrims is basically an iron to gold program where players register and then they focus on a theme. Today's theme is executes and retakes. And each round and between rounds are guided by coaches, and the teams have met prior to work on what their executes are looking at. Jeff, what do you think of the default right now?
The default at the moment, attacker side is just kind of split up. I kind of like it. Not too bad. They're working up cat, which I really like to see. I love whenever enemies do that. Great omen flash to follow up as well. They really should have taken that space now. Reina kind of slowing down here, though.
Looks like they know someone might be
Spike
mid.
down A.
Yeah. But Spike goes down in A main. That's no good. Oh, and then her Moment-S gets one in mid as well. Interesting play. They're all just kind of stalling out here in tree.
Yeah.
They really should have tried to push up a little bit at least, but now they're going to reset, but they don't have the bomb at the moment, so they really got to back up here. There's no point pushing into these three players. They know multiple are here, but they're still just kind of stalled out.
Defense knows where they're at, so they should maybe, yeah.
And now they're splitting up. This is bad. Yeah, you shouldn't be splitting up on, especially when we have numbers disadvantage. You should be staying together.
Yeah, maybe stop all noise and maybe go through main to get Spike.
I do like the wraparound here, though. Going up through mid is fantastic, but yeah, see, they're just not going to take the fight together, and so... Ooh. Unfortunate.
It was a really good default for attackers, though. It's just maybe they waited a little bit too long to go out main, so then they focused tree really hard, and then main came out, and they just kind of did ones. But yeah, I think that was good on the defense side. They really did focus together, and I think comms were probably really good.
Yeah, and here we see now it's a 2-2-1 on attack. Not a terrible idea, especially whenever you're trying to work up mid. They do need to be careful, though. They are, like I said, they're on economic disadvantage now. So really, usually on economic disadvantage rounds, we'd like to be explosive and everyone be together. The whole reason for that is to fight the people with the guns, and then to try to retrieve those guns and use them to take a site or something like that. But being split up, especially whenever you only have classics or pistols or whatever, after you lose pistol, not a great idea. You should pretty much all stay together. So we're going to try to do that a little bit here in main. So we do get a trade, at least one gun out of their hands. Hopefully we can use that. We are working up mid here as well. Oh, but there's 3 defenders there, so that's going to be rough. And the flash comes out. She's pretty much helpless. Sova can't really do anything. Doesn't even get the trade, unfortunately. And now we only have 2 people running up B main, pretty much just alone.
Last player standing.
And then they get taken down.
They got one gun off, so it's better than not. I think pistol rounds are always kind of a gamble.
They are a gamble, but if you play them correctly and you play as a team together, pretty much just be explosive and be unpredictable. Maybe even a play such as all 5 up cat or something like that would be fantastic. Because like I said, it's unpredictable. You really have to be high impact on attack, especially whenever you're at economic disadvantage. But now that we have guns, you kind of want to play a little bit slower and do the default. It looks like we got 2 towards mid.
How do I pause the stream?
Scanning ahead.
Pause the stream?
Pause the... It's not letting me. Weird.
Oh, I don't think you can do that as a spectator, actually.
Oh, I see.
Take flight.
So this one is a rush through A main.
As well as cat, yeah. It looks like they split, which was fantastic. But they got taken out anyway.
Spike planted.
They do get the bomb down, actually. Sorry, I thought Omen was on defenders. But yeah, they got sight, which is fantastic. They're down 1, which on a buy round isn't great, but they're holding pretty good positions here. Just that they don't have door, which is unfortunate. Taking this fight alone here.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, they won the round anyway. Hell
That was
yeah.
insane.
Scrum is crazy.
Yeah, it was the 2v3. It was really winnable. I think maybe the Sky could have flashed on contact somewhere, but otherwise that was really good post-plant.
The attacker, this guy? Oh, yeah. I really like to play up towards that box on the right, where Crumb Thief is right now. And then pretty much just flash up heaven and insta-peek off that. That's a really good insta-flash and good way to take heaven control, especially whenever you know they're coming up. But looking more on the next round, again, attackers split up through mid here as well as A main. They're just kind of going
They're doing
slow.
the same defaults. Maybe they're just working on the same ones. Let's see.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we kind of want to get information here on A. Valorant's a very information game, so obviously we know where everybody is, but if they can find out that 3 players are here on A, then they can rotate. But looks like they're already committed, so that's not going to be an option, and there's so many people here.
Spike down.
I really don't know how this is going to go, but lots of trades coming out. Now it's just a 2v2. But defenders now have to retake after this bomb goes down, and it shouldn't be too bad.
Spike planted.
He's going to get a ping off. Fantastic. Now he knows where the second one is, and
Lucky. We need
just
to break
gets them
darts.
both through the wall.
Darts are
Fantastic
so OP.
dart. Yeah, great dart.
Defense is playing it really well.
Enemies
They're
close.
waiting for their team. They're playing crosses,
Yeah.
and they're rotating kind of fast. I think maybe if the other team, if attackers kind of maybe fake a sight and then rotate, they'll get some over rotates out and then be able to play the main advantage.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, before you really commit onto a site like that, I really think you should be trying to get
Eyes up.
information first. That's really what this game is about, like I said, especially on attackers, is trying to get as much information before you actually commit anywhere. Maybe not all the time,
Scanning ahead.
obviously, but, you know, try to do it as much as you can. That's how you get an advantage over the defenders and stuff like that. On the topic of retakes, though, I also want to point out like the attacker's job whenever it comes to defending a site, because really once you get that bomb down, you need to switch in your brain like that you are now the defender. Like you, even though you're on an attack side, you're now defending. So getting yourself in advantageous holding positions and stuff like that can be really important for post plant. So right now, nobody's even on B, so they really could just walk up and contact that, but looks like they're opting to go up mid with Skydog here. Did it miss Omen? Momeness doesn't look, unfortunately.
Spike down. Mid. One enemy remaining.
Oh, we had
Yeah,
someone
again there,
AFK.
that was just very unfavorable fights, I think.
30 seconds left.
Did they DC?
Oh, maybe.
I can't pause.
Anyway, right there,
10 seconds left.
I respect the decision to try to work up mid, so that's not too bad. Especially on Ascent. Ascent is a very mid-heavy
Right.
side.
If
Or map, I
you-
mean.
If you take mid, then you can pinch them.
Yeah, you
or
can
get
pretty much
so
go
much
anywhere.
info. I turn on cheats too, but I guess it's not working.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think you can pause the game and as a spectator. That's unfortunate.
So I'm gonna show my Val plant. Okay, so let's see. So Sova, KJ, Phoenix, KJ, Phoenix, Sova, and here's their initial or an Omen. Other team is KJ, Sky, Reina, Omen, and Sova. All right, so their KJ actually on defense, they've been switching around a lot. Towards the beginning, they were playing a lot of B, and then towards the end, they played a lot of A which is really good because the attackers are really leaning towards A. Seems like Omen's been lurking mid every round, and Sova's been their floater. So it kind of looks like something like this. And then attackers do really mid-heavy A split. So I don't remember if I think it was Reyna that goes through mid, something like this, right? Do you
Yeah,
remember, Jeff?
something like that.
Yeah. So
I
I
guess it
think
really
maybe
doesn't matter where.
I think they need to split the initiators. Actually, I know that Sova does much better through A main because of like the lineups, but I think
I think
Sky's
Arena
really
should go A main
strong.
as well.
Yeah, I think
You need at least
Sky's
one flash on each extremity.
yeah.
Because you kind of got to think of flashers as your entry. The person who gets you into an area and contests it. So Reyna going A main and then Sky going cat is perfect.
And
Especially if
then
he has KJ helping him.
the Sky can actually dog, right? They can dog for tree and garden,
Yeah.
and then
Omen
flash
should
if they need
smoke
to.
that garden, not the door, but the actual garden would be good. And that way the people going cat can join up on site, or hell, they can even go up garden and go up heaven as well.
Yep, I agree. So it looked like okay. All right, we're gonna go back to the game.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like they've got their stuff together on attackers here now. They're going to do a BXQ. It looks like 2 maybe going up towards mid. And it looks like the defenders actually are making very aggressive here on A main as well, which is fantastic because now they pretty much know everyone's B. The rotate's going to come out. Going to be able to close the door and get up site here, which is fantastic. But now they need to watch on site. Yeah, they need to clear that back site. Good method here is to, like I said, just run it down lane, run it all together, and make a train. That flash is decent, interesting.
Last player standing.
And the trades just come out, and now, yeah, we really got to deal with those site players. You kind of just got to funnel. Going out towards button is very dangerous, especially here on B, because there's not really good routing for you to go back to site other than stairs, but then you got market to worry about, CT to worry about. Unless those things are smoked off, there's really not much you can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was good, especially the people who went up mid as well. It was a fantastic split. But the people who are on who are executing B main though, you guys just have to go on site. You can't just be out there in the middle where the button is and stuff like that.
And if you get the calm that someone's playing backside, you really need to take care of him, or else a pinch is gonna happen because defenders can be CT, they can be market, right? They're just gonna pinch you.
Yeah, if you're focusing on actually executing a site, you should be really trying to clear it. Looks like they're trying to do the same thing, same B split. Looks like we're gonna be ulting somewhere. Oh, A heaven. That could be a good fake, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, the defenders do not budge though. Very well done. Smokes go out now. I wish we had a smoke from market. Do we not have one? So we dogged out. We're making hella noise. We're pretty much just projecting where we're going at this point. And now the Sova drone comes out. That pretty much stops us from doing anything. So now we're all just stalled again. Again, the attackers, you really can't get stalled like this. You either have to go or you don't go.
You should run.
Really, the only reason you wouldn't be going is to bait util and stuff like that. Which they did use quite a bit of util, but finally the execute comes out with the KJ ult, which is fantastic. And now pretty much all the defenders are up mid.
But they're 3 weak.
Cover going out.
Here we go. Spike planted.
Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
Yeah, and now we're in a retake situation, 3v4. So not terrible, but now we're getting ulted. They're just gonna, they're just gonna run us over here. Oh, unless Momenos gets them all, but.
Oh, that was a beautiful retake.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, breach ult just kind of.
So they use dart to clear close, like logs, button, a little bit of main, and then they retook completely on site with the breach ult. Came out together and played trades.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do there.
But attackers did really good on getting on site, focusing on the guy playing site and trading as well. So
Yeah,
that was
good.
a really good round by them.
Yeah, getting stalled out, especially whenever you're trying to push something, you got to watch out for that because especially if you don't have a lurker or something, there's really no plan B. You know what I mean? There's no plan B. There's no way for you to get out. You can get contained very easily if you get stalled like that. So you either got to commit or you are trying to bait util. So right now, looks like quite a bit of util is being used on A, but now they're just kind of getting stalled out by a smoke again. And it looks like we're using util, using flashes. Fantastic. Now we're out. Now we just got to clear sight. Oh my goodness, but KJ just runs them over and oh, that's unfortunate. We used util there, so that was good, but I don't
Maybe
really
they
know.
need to do the Sova dart for back Jenny. That would have tagged.
I don't really know what they could have done better there, other than
Rain up. Take them all down.
yeah, like you said, a Sova dart or something. Now we're set up here for B.
Attackers are on a half side.
Oh really?
Oh, they're pushed to garage.
Oh yeah, we're getting pushed here in B main. Good util to push him back. But yeah, now they have B main control. Really our only options here are to go up mid like we are, which is fantastic. Now we have mid space and we're able to take those fights there. But KJ just kind of pushing up alone there. That's not a very favorable fight. You kind of got to recognize that your teammates are not with you.
Yeah,
but
she
if you're
got
lurking,
one.
yeah, but
She
if
got
you're lurking,
one,
that's fine.
So normally when you get one and you have man advantage, you want to go back with your team or maybe keep holding an off angle. So then they're worried about
planted.
someone pushing mid, but you're still playing numbers.
Yeah, Omen here on Cat is huge. It's a fantastic wraparound.
One
We also get the
enemy
one coming
remaining.
out from top site, but that was a good execute actually. They recognized we were B and then they just kind of rotated. We got A site. Last one's Cat. Crumb Thief, great trade. Very nice. So that was good. We didn't get stalled out on B. We weren't really committed to it anyway, but they took B main in space, and so we just kind of left, which was good recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple options you could do there. You can either go mid, try to get in that space, or you can try to retake B main control as well. But that can be difficult, especially if they're trying to play across or something like that after they take that. So that could
And that
be
could be
risky.
dangerous because they might still be stacking it unless
Yeah.
you make noise there.
Interesting. We got defender KJ all, even though I don't think we really shown any presence there. But now we're all just kind of five-man walking up
tree.
cat. Yeah, this is good, but breach is there, so. Okay, yeah, they took that space fantastically, and now he's forced to back up. And if we had a smoke there, that'd be great. But flash gets him off the angle anyway, so now they're able to take site. But yeah, they got to take care of the KJ there. And now that we're on site, we really need to think about. Oh, actually, we don't even have bomb. This is unfortunate. Oh, now we have bomb.
They have a cross the door though. That's really nice.
But they back off of it. Yeah, this is where we really want to think about our post plant positioning on attacker side. So here we put 2 in main, which is fine usually, especially whenever you're planted for that. But then we just have 2 people here in hell as well, which is kind of risky. Interesting.
One enemy remaining.
So he's just gonna get taken out. Now it's down to a 1v1. Ooh.
My ult is ready. Never give up.
I think the Sova playing Hell, they didn't know he was there, so he had to hard clear that or use his util to clear it. So I don't think that the drone was the move unless the Reyna was gonna like peek off of it. You know what I mean? Because then his crosshair is like towards Hell, not main.
We have another force buy from the attacker side. We got some half armors, stuff like that. Again, we're contesting for mid. We're smoking that. Archway. If we're going to use util like that, we really got to capitalize it either by walking up or going cat or something like that. But at the moment, we're really just not doing anything except for Sky. Sky's going up, but she's completely alone. Other than that, attackers are pretty much on a complete default. We have pushed B main on the defender side, so now we have that control. That's fantastic. I love what the defenders are doing. The defenders are taking space on the extremities where they can, and that way they can get as much map control as possible and really try to read the enemy. So now we're just kind of stacked up here towards A main.
I wonder if they were worried about the push out.
Yeah, possibly. But here we have Omen just lurking up here alone. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. See, that's risky. You guys lost that space. I know you're lurking, but you're pretty much completely alone. And again, attackers are just kind of stalled here. Not really doing anything. And now the rotate's coming out here towards A main as well.
30 seconds left.
Towards A.
The space outside B, so they knew.
They knew that nobody was there, so they just rotated.
Last player standing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Last round before the switch.
I really want to see the attackers try to make a plan here. Like, I feel like we're trying to make a plan, but it's just not executing well. Mainly because the defenders are being aggressive and getting more information than we are. It's good to play slow on attack, but only if you can guarantee that you're gaining space and extremities and stuff like that. Which would be defaulting, playing a couple people in pretty much everywhere.
So I did ask them to do a full buy around, infinite creds. Just to give them a couple, like some time to figure out their eco, and this is the last round, so
yeah.
I think.
We have a split towards A here. Again, we kind of want to execute the cat and the main at the same time. So if you can smoke the archway and then take that space. It looks like we have an op there. Yeah, see, that's unfortunate. You really need to smoke the archway if you're looking to take mid space. That's kind of the default smoke. I know we've seen it be done, so It's not like they're unaware of it, but if we're wanting to split A, then we have to take mid. We have to smoke that. But now here we pretty much know they're A. Maybe not all the way because we don't have any B main space on defender's side, but
AJ on
again,
attackers. Oh, she's not.
yeah,
But they
again,
have
we're just
Sky
getting stalled out. Yeah, Sky ult would be great. I like the rotate here. Maybe not going through mid, especially when there's an op here. Yeah, see, we just don't have a smoke for that op. Our smoke player got taken down very early. And so now we're just kind of stuck here in mid with an op watching down our necks. That's not very good. So rotating through T-spawn would probably be ideal here. And now they just get peeked from Cat, and they get taken out. Yeah. So we didn't have any mid control there. We had no mid control. We had no information there. So rotating through mid was very risky. And you guys don't have any smokes or anything. And you're trying to rotate quickly, but going through mid, it's just a death trap, especially when you don't have smokes and you have no info there. Like I said, this is a very, very much an info game. So you kind of want to find that stuff out before you try to do stuff. It was a good idea to rotate though. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So now we've switched sides. So hopefully the people who are on attackers can show us something here on defense. That's gonna be epic.
So while they're still talking, can we go over to Battle Plant really fast?
Yeah,
Something that they could do is, I think they like the A split, so they can still work around that. Like maybe if they did a KJ turret here watching the B main, because they've been pushing out of Garage, so they don't have to worry about it. They've been like putting their Omen to watch Garage, but honestly, it's just making them fight ones and 1v2s actually. So I think
Yeah,
actually
maybe
giving the Omen maybe go mid with the KJ would be better. Something like this. And then
yeah,
you can
because
through.
the Omen flash can take that tree space just fine. Maybe you put the turret up on the box, the double stack box up on Cat. Yeah, perfect. That'd be great because it would be able to watch mid as well as anybody walking out of tiles. Maybe somebody could walk through it if they're coming from T-spawn, so that's kind of risky. But if you rotate it a certain way, it should be fine. Yeah, perfect.
Like
That would be fantastic. It's like I said, especially when you're on attackers, you kind of want to execute the split take at the same time. So if we were able to here smoke that garden area, just like how it is right now, use the Omen Flash to get anybody out of tree, and then we can take tree as well as execute out of a main at the same time, using darts and stuff like that.
Yep.
So here we just have pretty much a 5-man attackers here towards A. Kind of taking it slow, but now we have flashes coming out. We have breach done. Fantastic job. Now we have sight pretty much. We just gotta close that door and cross.
That was a great exec.
Yeah, fantastic. Used util to gain the space that we wanted. And now, like I said, whenever you're attacking, you gotta switch your brain here. Now you have the bomb down. Now you need to switch to defending mode. You're now defending. Maybe take some aggressive peeks and stuff like that, so you can catch the now attacker side defenders off guard. Great darts here by him. Flashes come out, and now we're disadvantageous here. Now they have tree as well, so.
Last player standing.
Oh, there we go. Fantastic.
So defenders darted, and as they were worried about them coming out heaven and like breaking the dart, they flashed out of tree. So then they're all blind, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad retake, I don't think. Everyone just kind of jumping out of here. Heaven. Not bad. Okay.
I don't think we can talk about the development. They're execute and their retake there was really good, honestly. So maybe the attackers actually could have played more crosses or maybe like one play main. Otherwise they're kind of peeking before. Like someone needs to be calling like, hey, like you can peek off of me, have the initial contact. Everyone was all trying to take that initial contact, so then they're just kind of peeking unnecessarily and showing where they were. Otherwise, their exec was really good. The other team
and
just
again,
comboed their util really nicely.
Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, again, especially whenever you lose a round, lose the first pistol round, the enemy team is going to buy. So like I said, you really want to be explosive. So we're kind of stacked up here on B. Looks like Omen is postured to flash to get that B main control. And then if we can smoke, then we could take close engagements, able to use our pistols effectively there in close. And then we should be able to at least take B here and maybe get one gun off of Sova since he's playing on site. KJ should be able to back up, but we will see.
Revealing area.
There we have the door. Omen smoke. Now we're taking B main control. The defenders are already rotating. That's one thing for the defenders as well. You kind of got to expect them to be explosive on attack. So rotating very quickly on your buy round, second round is fantastic. So here on the defenders, Master Mac actually able to get one through mid. So again here, now we have bomb down. We're playing pretty aggressive here on attack, which is just fine, especially whenever you're on pistols. You kind of want to play up, maybe play kind of aggressive angles, play in a way that will surprise the enemy team. But now we've got some guns off of them, so now we're able to
Turrets destroyed.
kind of chill back.
Placing alarm bot. Killed my bot.
Oh wait, I just realized the attackers won the first round. I'm stupid. Oh, but Crumpy, fantastic. Now he's got a gun and he's able to get a couple picks there, but now it's just 1v1. Oh, unfortunate.
They lost their guns, so.
These parasites
Actually, yeah,
aren't
since
gonna
the
take one
defenders
step
lost the
past
first
the
round,
place.
actually, a good strat for defending after losing pistol round is to pretty much just stack a site. If you have 5 people with pistols on a site, if you gamble just one of them, then you're less likely to get picked off one by one whenever the attack eventually explodes onto a site. So whether you gamble correctly, A or B, doesn't really matter, because then you can rotate together and pretty much play retake together. F4 ID, fantastic job with the dog. Able to get some info early here. You can also use those sky flashes for info as well. Some trades going out here in mid. As we get one down on Cat. So now, defenders kind of playing off of B side. They're kind of playing B retake since they do have KJ util, which is fantastic. But now KJ just kind of walked out of that smoke. Yeah, that's not great. We don't have any mid control. The attackers obviously do, since they killed someone from Cat, and you just have a pistol, so walking through that smoke, especially alone, might not be a great idea. So yeah, now we have no info on B, and now they're able to just kind of take this space. And now we are stuck with a retake, 3v4, unfortunately. Oh, but the defenders actually do get one with the deagle.
Left.
Fantastic. Able to get heal off as well. I like the idea of Reyna wanting to wrap around towards B main. I did like that, but she ended up coming back.
They had a gun disadvantage, so maybe they were trying to play together.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, great job. Caught him off guard. Now they're able to sky flash, take the site as quickly as possible. Big dumper able to come out as well. taken out, and now it's just a 1v1 and Master Mac with an ace. Fantastic. Playing out of his mind.
Yeah, that was an unlucky round because they were at a disadvantage anyways, defense, so it'll be much better when it's a full buy round. So now defense is on attack is on a half buy.
Yeah, and defenders should be able to take this one easily. Again, we're playing very light B. We're playing 4 defenders towards A, even though we have a KJ. Usually you want to play KJ on the weaker side. Because she's got a lot of stall potential. But here we're able to take Cat. And then, yeah, the attackers just take Cat. And we get a trade out now here. 2v3. Attackers are able to take site, and now the defenders are split up here.
Last player standing.
Now it's just 2v1. And he's stuck here. And Cat. He'll break that door.
Spike planted.
Scanning ahead.
I don't know what kind of money the defenders have, but might want to look at saving here, but 1v2 is totally doable.
After this round, we're doing full buy rounds.
Okay.
For the sake of practice.
Perfect.
Did see that the
Enemy
Sova
remaining.
still had their dart even for retake, and I think that the dart is huge for the beginning of the round. He clutched it. Wow. But
great clear. Great clear.
at the beginning of the round, it's so much like info the dart is. Like if you were to dart gelato or outside garage, you can kind of lean your players depending on what that tags. So I always try and tell people that I'm coaching, like, hey, like the utility that gets refreshed, like whenever, like Soba Dart, for example, using that at the beginning of the round is really good for the info, and then most of the time you'll still have it for the refresh when you're playing retake, unless they're playing like really aggro. Looks like it's a split A again, with Breach and Phoenix going mid. But defense is stacking bottom mid.
Yeah, they're stacking mid, but the smoke goes out, so it should be able to deter them from a little bit, but they're just going to flash out and completely take this mid space. That's something you got to watch out for, and now they get blasted. Yeah, I would not take this engagement here alone, Mr. Buffington. You know they have mid.
Got you.
Gets a pick though, and both of them, fantastic job.
Oh, it's a 1v4.
Spike planted.
I love whenever I say I would not take that fight, and then they win the fight.
You know, against some teams, like, I don't know if this is good advice, but sometimes, like, if you're feeling yourself, you know, those days where you're just feeling like your aim, something about yourself, like, those are the days that you want your team to be setting you up for those engagements, because if you're feeling it and you're getting your 1s or 2s, then, you know, then you should play off of that.
Yeah, I did like the aggressiveness towards mid. That was pretty good. Usually if you do that, though, you kind of want to focus towards either tiles or something like that. Try to take that space that way, and you can even pinch by pushing B main as well. Kind of a default here on the attacker side now. It looks like they're going to do the same thing. Very aggressive up here towards mid. So yeah, we're able to take that space, which is great, but yeah, just standing out there in the open, kind of risky. Usually if we're going to attack mid like that, you kind of want to smoke off this top mid area here, and now Crumb just kind of goes out by himself as well. Again, we didn't have any space there mid. We had none, but the defenders, or Crumb just kind of runs out their cat. unfortunate.
If you know
But now
that,
they-
if you're playing defense and you know the other team is kind of fighting for mid, you can always like play bottom mid and do a cross. You know how
Not ready yet.
on the first half that Omen kept
One
taking
enemy
that bottom
remaining.
half angle?
Yeah, towards arches, yeah.
Yeah, it's really strong there too.
And now they know that KJ is A because her util was set up here, so they're just going to go B and take that site for free.
30 seconds left.
So KJ is just pretty much alone here.
Spike planted.
Nowhere to run!
That's a great shot. I would say like if that Omen were to not cancel, he would have been, or they would have been toast. So maybe don't break the ult and just let them see if they commit to it and just headshot them.
Looks like we're, again, doing the same thing.
I'll
3
find
towards
them.
mid. 2 towards cat. Very, very interesting. Now we have absolutely nothing on B. Not even any KJ util. So they should be able to just take this B site for free.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, and the Omen flash comes out, so they're able to take that. And now the smokes come out as well. Ult comes out. I don't want to use one of those smokes towards the market as well. There we go. How that happens, and now we're able to take site. You kind of got to wait until those smokes go down before you start executing.
Flash out!
Again, Mr. Buffington kind of playing risky, just sitting out there towards button. You can get pushed from CT and market there, so he backs up towards site. That's fantastic.
He could stun off of the KJ util as well.
Yeah, and looks like we're flanking as well. Fantastic, but did the defenders just smoke the
Last
teammate?
player standing.
He just smoked off his teammate there, but fantastic picks. They just kind of work up here together. They know he's backside now, and he gets taken out. Great job by the
Great
defenders.
retake.
Great retake. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad at all. They coordinated. They even flanked as well. Yeah, you got to be careful there if you're the defending Omen, not to smoke off your teammate on B main if they're able to take B main like that. Because now look here, they're smoked off, but still able to make it work. Okay, now we see a little bit more standard here on the defender side. KG util up mid and B, so they're able to hold that.
I love the KJ on A, the weaker side. I don't know if that
Nice.
Omen had another smoke, but if they did, if you know that there's someone opping, then insta smoke that.
Smoke arches, yeah.
Yeah.
But we were able to follow up from Towel side, so that's good. Again, we're just kind of taking that fight up cat completely alone. We didn't have any teammates there to help us. Usually whenever you're looking to take space or take a fight, you kind of need your teammates
Spike
around with
down
you.
mid.
And now they're able to get spike down here on tiles.
Last player
The flash
standing.
comes out, so you really need to expect the peek there. Didn't look like he was really ready for that. Now we're just kind of working up mid, but Master Mac, great positioning there. Still does not have bomb though, so he's
Healing
kind of
over
stuck.
Out of healing.
30 seconds left.
They have spike down tiles, so they're just playing off that.
Yeah.
Cover going out.
Oh. Good job.
It's unlucky for the Omen, but good for the Reyna.
Yeah, so we took some mid space there. from the attacker side. That was fantastic. Usually you can capitalize that on that by splitting B or something like that. Which looks like we were kind of trying to do that, but we ended up losing bomb and tiles. Usually, if you have bomb, you kind of want to take it towards the main side and not towards the mid side. Because the mid side is just much more dangerous and also a longer area towards that. Phoenix ult immediately gets taken out, unfortunately. Now we know at least 2-3 people here. But we execute anyway, and now it's literally just Phoenix here alone. He's able to push up. Does he know one's right beside him? No, he's blind, unfortunately.
4v4 though.
Yeah, Phoenix was able to run up on site completely free, but all the rest of the attackers just kind of sat back, stayed in A main.
Spike down.
If you see your duelist taking space like that, you really want to move up with them. We kind of just sat there in A main, like I said.
Placing alarm bomb. Placing swarm grenade.
Usually at this point, I would plant for A main. See, now we have KJ here going in A main when there's no feasible sight line to the bomb on attack. Like I said, you kind of gotta switch your brain to defender mode now. But again, he's just sitting in A main, but he won't have any sight line towards the bomb because it's planted back gen.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oh, and he's able to jump out. Did he jump out heaven? Is that where he came from?
Yeah. Jumped out.
Yeah, and again, right here, we have no sight line on the bomb. This is what I'm talking about. This is unfortunate here, but we're able to push out and maybe get him. Yes. Good job.
But yeah, the KJ had a turret lashing flank, so really they could have been playing closer towards the main.
Yeah.
So then they could be trading when they come out heaven or coming out tree.
Yeah, we had a turret for flank as well. Yeah, there's no point in playing that deep into A main anyway. But yeah, like I said, if you're gonna go play A main, you got to make sure that bomb is planted for you whenever you're an attacker. Like I said, you always want to play post plant as effectively as possible. The idea is always to be able to see bomb, be able to kill the person on bomb, and stuff like that. They're able to take space here rather quickly. The smokes come out, but we're not executing. When the smokes come out like this, we gotta either commit or... Yeah, we're just stalled here now. And now we back up. Oh, look at that. Great job by the defenders by realize you could pinch here. That was great. And now we have ult just to go back, and yeah, this is where the defenders really need to pick up the pace and start rotating. If you go up here towards mid, which it looks like the defenders are not going to be doing, you could catch the rotates coming from B. That would be fantastic. Because they have to run all the way here now. And now it's pretty much a 1v, or it's pretty much a 4v1 until the rest of the attackers get here, which now they are.
We have a
plenty for them.
flank. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, he gets taken out, unfortunately.
Last
Now the
player
defenders,
standing.
great retake here, but oh, look at that. Fantastic job by them. Yeah, especially if you know that the Omen ults, you know that he is completely isolated from his team, and you know he's probably going to be planning somewhere else. So if you can catch the rotates by going up there, up cat towards top mid, like I said, you can catch those rotates going towards A main. Other than that, the retake was good. They smoked off A main as well, where the enemies would be. We were also aware of the guy coming from cat. They could be coming from cat.
Placing sentry.
Yeah, now we know an Opt is here. The smoke comes out. Fantastic.
Those are
Skins
great.
able to kill him anyway. Fantastic job. Now we pretty much have mid control. We're able to work that now. But we have no information on B, so we have to be careful with that. We start working on cat. And
That was
yeah,
great. He knew someone was there, so then they let him off the angle. Although it was a 1v1, but
Yeah, and here on defender's side, KJ, I really want you to be able to recognize that it's rotate time. Your Sova completely pushed up B main. Nobody was there. We had, I believe, Reyna that was up mid as well. We really need to recognize that and start rotating. There's nobody B main. We have mid. We need to start working towards A pretty much immediately. And so, yeah, because of that, look how late you are. You're no longer here when you really need you to be. Which the attackers use KJ ult anyway, so it'll be tough. Great job. Great job. Got the scan. We know one's on site. Great job by him. Oh, now we know the last one's there. Love the KJ bot. We have to be careful here. Yeah, he gets to be across.
Nice.
Back to work.
Yeah, good job. Great retake. Good job.
My ult is ready. It is over.
That was like a 2v4 or something, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay, and now we're on the last round.
Time for a field test.
The defenders has shown that they're worthy. They're not making as many mistakes.
Looks like we're doing a default. Lean towards A, but we have a lurk KJ.
Perfect.
Nice. We know that KJ is on B.
Yeah, we got to pick on both sides. Oh, and on cat. Fantastic.
Alarm bot out. Swarm grenade out.
I like Crump Thief's idea here of grouping up with his teammate, just playing together.
One enemy remaining.
Except not really, unfortunately. His teammate gets picked off mid, but yeah, just kind of floating here towards mid. The defenders. He gets a pick though. And now they know where he is. They're just gonna start playing aggressive here. Nice. Nice shot. Can he pull off the 1v5? I believe in Crump Thief. I think they do. No one's hell. No one's died. Won't let the flash.
Attackers
Too
win.
late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But GG's. Not bad at all.
Yeah, they're
Defenders started
still
taking
learning.
some rounds there. Yeah, not too bad.
So I do want to talk about maybe their defense a little bit more. I'm gonna take that. Go to Valo plant. Let's see. So sorry, 1 second. So they traded, right? Yes. KJ primarily played B. Omen was kind of lurking, but mostly tree. Reyna and Sky took mid most of the time. Actually, Omen was opping towards the end, right? But towards the beginning, Reyna and Sky were mid. And they had Sova. Something like this. So I'm not sure how much time the teams had to kind of prepare. I think they were quite busy, so there wasn't too much time to talk about actual like executes and stuff, but a lot of it is like getting the information early round as defenders. And like if they were playing something like this where they're doing heavy mid, then I would actually do a Sova shock or a Sova dart top mid. Like there's a gelato lineup from here. I'm sure there's much more. But then they know how many people are playing top mid for these guys to kind of play off of that. And KJ can maybe normally like when you're pushing out somewhere, you kind of want to play like a chain effect where like let's say you guys are playing heavy A main and pushing out A main. Then KJ kind of wants to play back, so then if like the other team's actually rushing garage, she's not, you know, by herself. And then if KJ dies here on defense, then really they have a free site, right? Because they're pushing out mid and A. So either she can play like a aggressive turret here with a molly for garage and then a molly for out. So then she can kind of play like either CT or market. So then she can kind of play with these guys when they rotate from mid. But yeah, I think maybe they needed to work on communication a little bit more, so then they can kind of communicate where the darts are going, or maybe where they're trying to push, so then people can use their util accordingly, especially the smokes. It's okay to call for smokes as well. I'm not sure if what the comms are like for that. Jeff, any?
Yeah, I guess overall, I guess like I said, be careful of taking fights by yourself, and taking disadvantageous fights as well. You gotta think about every fight as kind of like a percentage of whether or not you'll win that fight or not. So using util and stuff like that to convert what is essentially a 50-50 fight into like an 80-20 or a 90-10, you know, with flashes, smokes, being able to, you know, take main control effectively. It's really what's going to win you your fights is using util effectively and using it to trade, using it to turn fights into your favor, stuff like that. Again, like I said, I wanna really focus on not taking fights alone, because I saw that quite a bit, and that's something that will inevitably put your team at a disadvantage because your life matters, you know?
Right. And as when you're attacking, remembering to use your initiators to figure out how many people are playing the sites that you're trying to execute. And if you feel like they're stacking, if you see like 3 or even more, then that's a good indication that you should be rotating. You don't always have to execute on the site that you're leaning on in the beginning of the round. And it also doesn't mean that, like, sometimes, like, if you have util to go off of, it doesn't always mean that you have to cancel execute either if there's, like, 3 people there. It kind of just depends. You have to read your opponents, you know what I mean? So it as you play more, you're gonna learn what situations work and what doesn't.
Right. Another thing I want to point out is sky flashes are fantastic on defender's side for getting info. For example, most of the time, whenever I play I play sky a lot. I usually play A main. A great thing to do is not only just dog A main, but also just flash it. So if it's getting towards like mid round, late round, and you guys don't have any info on defender's side, it's a fantastic idea to just send a flash deep in A main. Because you can hear whenever it flashes somebody, so you can get info that like that super easily. So just sending a flash down A main or something like that can tell you that nobody's there and that it's time to either go cat mid and try to, you know, find a fight there, or even just fully rotate B. There's all kinds of stuff you can do on defender's side to gain information, because that's really, like I said, that's a big part of this game is getting information, and using that information to your advantage. So if you can gain information like that, using flashes, using drones, using darts, stuff like that, even just jump peeking an angle is a great way to get information. Especially if you're able to take space early on defender's side. Sometimes pushing all the way through isn't the best idea. Sometimes just taking some space, doing some jump peeks, stuff like that, just to get information for your team. And once you gain space somewhere, your teammate who is also on that site can pretty much just leave. He can leave, unless, of course, you don't have all the info. But like that one time, KJ was just kind of sitting on stairs on the defender's side on B. So yeah, we kind of got to recognize that, hey, my Sova just walked up B main. There's nobody there. Well, what am I doing here, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it's very much an information game. And you got to play around that. That's the biggest thing, I'd say.
All right. I hope that all the players on the teams had a good time and learned something. We're gonna have the next month registration go out the 1st of May, and the date is still tentative, but it'll go out in announcements if anyone's interested. Thank you, Jeff. Thank
You're
you, Brown,
welcome.
for producing.
Also, if any of the players are listening to this, I am more than happy to do one-on-one coaching. Send me a VOD. We will go over it.
Bless for Jeff. All right. Thank you.